Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Thank you all for watching. I have my good friend Charles Warren with me, and we are here to talk about All Stars 6. I believe this is episode 5. A little bit of pink table talk. We're about to have our own little table talk about this
Right.
episode right here. Me and Charles have not discussed anything about All Stars 6 episode 5. So this is going to be a good conversation. Charles, I'm going to try. This is Charles Warren. He could be found on Instagram at the Charles Warren and YouTube Charles Warren Online.
Yep.
And you can find all of his great, all natural body muscle soak healing products at charleswarrenpresents.com. I got it.
Good
Y'all
job,
see
Ed.
me. Everything is Kiss My Cheeks TV. It's easy. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Easy. It took me a while to get that, but after so
You did
many
it.
weeks, I got it. I
Look
got
at you.
it.
Host ready. Host down.
I'm ready to get into this episode. I got a little bit of Moscato, so I'm feeling good, and I got a lot to say. Let's start off with the good old lipsticks out of the box. Last week, Yara went home, so we want to see the vote count. We get to pull a lipstick. I want to say, what did Kylie say? It was anonymous.
Anonymous, yes,
She said it was an
girl.
anonymous vote. Yes, yeah, I guess in a way. No, but it was a unanimous vote. Everyone voted for Yara. I thought that was shade. What did you think about the unanimous vote for Yara
Um, of the two, I think the wrong girl went home. I don't think
last
Yara
week?
should.
Yes,
I don't even think Yara should have been in the bottom two.
yes.
That's T for me. And I think Jan got the right vote. I feel like Jan had the right stick in her bra. So
But I'm just talking about, I agree, but I'm just talking about every queen voted for Yara. I felt like that was shade. That was every queen's opportunity to get rid of competition. They all
yeah,
had their
I
own
agree.
reason. Yara didn't fight for it. Yara's head wasn't in the game. No, you all saw the winner sitting in the bottom two or however many was down there, and y'all chopped Yara's head. I thought it was shade. Now Jan pulls out her lipstick and she voted for Akira. Of last week, Akira over Yara, yes. But Jan is having a mental breakdown because she didn't vote with the group. What do you think about Jan's breakdown?
Hmm. It was so fake and phony. But she
You think
could
it was fake?
but she couldn't figure out what she wanted to
Say to Akira's
say.
face?
Yeah, she's not that girl, the think on your feet
Right,
type of girl. So
right.
she was really stumbling. While she was counting those lipsticks, she should have been thinking of
What should I
oh god,
say?
right.
Yes.
Yeah, but
But she had the right thing to say. She was going by track record. Akira, you were in the bottom 2 weeks in a row. It was your
mhm.
turn to go home. But Jen, I wanted to tell you, girl, you shouldn't have been even lip syncing. So just be happy you got to pick a lipstick. But let's move on. Ru comes in the room. Hello, hello, hello. And he tells the lady the challenge this week is going to be the pink table talk. I thought this was going to be a cute challenge. He let the girls pick their own teams and they got to pick their own topics. I thought the grouping was quite interesting. The way the ladies kind of picked each other, I thought it would shake out a little bit different. What did you think about how the girls linked up?
The groups. Um at first glance, when I saw Eureka, Akuria, and Trinity, I said, "Girl, no." Akuria has been in the bottom a lot. I don't know if I want to tag on to that
Not
sinking
even
ship.
not even Akira. Eureka is a scene stiller. And I was like, she's about to overshadow you two because you two aren't the best at the acting challenges. Now, the topics this week were sex, motherhood, and body. I appreciate the topics. I thought those were some good topics, but the ladies got to pick their own topics, and there was a little bit of fight over motherhood. Ginger and Scarlett both wanted motherhood for their own personal reasons, and they
Hmm.
let it be settled by rock paper scissors. What did you think about that?
Maybe that was the fairest way in the moment because I don't see either of them really giving it up at will. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's all you really could do. Did you have anything from the workroom? Because I want to just get right into the challenges,
the workroom.
like what while
No,
they were getting their scripts together.
um, this was okay. So the moment when told, Scarlett told Kylie,
Hmm.
keep in mind the judges think you're kind of laid back. You remember that moment
Hmm.
in the episode?
Yeah.
And Kylie kind of took it as a read. She was kind of like, so what are you trying to say? I don't have a big personality. Oh, so do you want to do it type thing? I feel like okay, let me ask you. Do you feel like Scarlett saying that before the challenge was fair? Like, girl,
Mm,
keep in mind the judges want you to give more. You're the anchor, so we need you to.
I wouldn't have put Kylie as the moderator, number one. So I understand where Scarlett was coming from, but I've heard both sides. Some people think Scarlett was being shady, trying to get into Kylie's head, and like, girl, you need me to be the moderator because you need to show her, like, why would you do that right before the challenge? And then some people say she was really trying to help Kylie out. I say the latter because why would you want to sink a ship on your own team?
Right.
I
I
think
agree.
that's just Scarlett's way of encouraging Kylie to, pep it up. You the moderator. No, I don't want to do it, girl, but you need to
Yeah, I
get it
think I
together.
think Kylie was taking it personal.
Yeah.
Like, and Scarlett was like, "No, girl, I don't want your part. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying keep in mind what the judges want you to improve on because if
Hmm.
you keep doing the same thing, yes, girl, you may think you're so all that beauty queen, but if you keep doing the same thing, you're going home and you're on my team. So we need to because same thing could be said about Jan. Would it have been rude if you would have told Jan, okay, Jan, make sure you give us levels. Don't go at 120. Would
We're
that have
gonna
been
get to
shady?
Jan.
Would that have been shady?
No, no. But we gonna get to Jan. Trust and believe. Okay, let's just jump right into the peak table talks. Let's jump on team sex first. We have Eureka, not Lord, I keep calling her Kennedy, Trinity, and Akira. They are team sex. Wait,
Hmm.
before we get into sex, I want to know what was the challenge? Like, were they meant to be funny? Was this meant to be emotional? Was this meant to be serious, informative, educational? Was it all of the above but with jokes? Like, I didn't really get the parameters of what they were looking for. Like, did we want the queens to be funny? Did we want to see personality? Or did we really want serious Jada Pinkett Smith conversations?
Well, everything with Drag Race, they want it low key over the top and goofy. Like everything needs to be
That's what I was
extra.
thinking.
So you need to have someone that can throw a one liner in there every now and then,
Hmm.
but at the same time, have that depth to it, that authentic conversation. And speaking of this group, by far the best group to
The
me,
best group.
the best group
Yes.
by far. And I think they had the balance of the two. Like there was so this performance between those three was
Hmm.
perfection. Like perfect. It was
Chemistry.
it was
Yes.
so many things that I learned about them in that moment. I didn't know that
Hmm.
Akira detransitioned. I didn't
Hmm.
know none of that. I knew she had her body done, the lower half. Um, yeah, I didn't know she was a top. I didn't know any of that. It's like different things in this conversation that they were just exposing, and I was loving it. What do you think of it? What do you think of their
I
performance?
love their conversation the most because I felt like they hit all of the criteria. Like they were funny, they
Mm-hmm.
were informative, they were emotional, they threw in their jokes, they were entertaining. Like I would watch that if they had it once a week talking about sex. I would watch that because it was entertaining. I'm gonna get to the
But what
judging
you gonna
later,
say?
but
But
no, I just felt like I don't want to get to the judging right now because I feel like they were the best group. Like they handled this assignment
the
the
best,
best.
right?
And I agree. I loved how I wrote some notes. I love how Akira talked about liking feminine men, but
Hmm.
they saw her as feminine, so it was a clash sometimes. Like they wanted, I guess, someone more masculine, and her hips and ass wasn't, I guess,
Yeah, if
masculine.
you
I
you
like
got your butt done, so it's kind of like okay, Nicki Minaj.
right. Um, we've heard Trinity talk about her status before, but I learned even more about, what did she say? Undetectable, and you
Being
can still have
undetectable.
relationships and sex if you have a
Hmm.
positive status, but it's still a stigma in the community. And I learned more about Trinity, and I even learned, with Eureka saying that, a lot of people do like plus size men and women, but he's like, I don't want any chubby chasers. I don't want it to be a fetish. I want you to like me, but don't make me your fetish. So I learned the most about their group, and they kept it entertaining, and they kept the jokes flying.
Yes, they talked about the double chins. They talked about
Yes.
all of it.
The only thing I didn't like from all of the groups was that fucking furry pink box. I thought that was stupid. That they could have left that off all of the groups. But moving on, let's get into who's next. Motherhood. That was Raja, Kylie, and Scarlett. I felt like their conversation hit the emotional mark, but they left off the entertainment. Like I understood their conversation. Theirs was a little bit more deep,
Hmm.
and Raja's was very real. All of it was real, but like Raja tapped into something that turned into a real moment.
Moment.
Like
Yep.
I gotta shed a tear and this is real. So I felt like they hit the mark if the judges were looking for real, but they weren't entertaining. Like outside of when they started it, like today we're talking about mothers, and Roger was like, "Okay, yo, mama." So, and they was like, "No, no, no, motherhood." That was the only joke they had.
Yeah, but I think it comes back to Kylie. Kylie was not a good moderator. She
She
let
really was moderating.
she
Scarlett,
let
right?
she let the other two talk 99% of the time, and then she
Hmm.
came in there with that last second
She
Oprah
came in there
moment.
with this her
Yes,
damn puppy.
puppy.
It's a cute puppy though. I love you. See, I got a picture. It's a cute puppy, but that's really all Kylie gave.
But the tea about that, well, should we talk about judging? No, I was
We're
gonna bring
gonna
up
say
something the
that to
judges
the end.
said. Oh wait.
We're gonna save judging to the end because I got a
So
lot
how do
about
you
that. Let's
feel? But how do you feel about? Do you think they were the worst group, or do you think they
no,
were the second place
not at
group?
all. They were the second best because
Second best.
their conversation I would listen to because it was a real conversation and
Hmm.
it flowed. They just didn't have the jokes. So that's why I was asking, was it supposed to be funny? Because the only one that was funny was the sex group. Everyone else kind of took it literal and made it more serious. And so I was like, well, how are we judging? Because to me, they missed the jokes. It wasn't funny at all.
Yeah, maybe it should have been sex, sex, and more sex. Maybe all.
All of them should have talked about sex.
Yeah, because one having sex and then the other one's having body, that right there is there's if you have body dysmorphia or really bad issues with your body image, there's nothing funny about that. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's
So
not.
it should have been the same topic
It should have
across the
been
board.
sex, sex, and like you said, more sex. Because when I think of motherhood, and then I thought of Drag Race, the first thing I thought of was like the houses, like the
Hmm.
house mothers, and they would talk about that, but they took it literal. Like, I want to talk about my mama. And then the same thing with body. When I think of body, I think of the challenge of how they pad their bodies, like how they create their drag bodies. But they took it to like, no, my personal body. So, like you said, those other two topics just aren't that entertaining, where everyone loves to talk about sex.
Yes. Yes.
So, but let's jump right into the body. Where is their picture? First, I want to talk about this for the body group, which is what Jan, Pandora, and Ginger. Look what the fuck Jan got on. She missed the assignment at wardrobe. At wardrobe, Jan is already off of the assignment. Like sitting, she looks like a whore. Who it looks like she has on a jacket and no pants. Like
Yeah, she was ready for like a stage performance,
a
like a dance
show.
for her. Yeah.
So, and what's up with Jan and all this purple? Like every week she gonna wear purple. That's her
But
color.
okay, but see, that's what happens when you are a costume queen. When you're a type of performer where you don't make any of your garments, you don't have any ready to wear garments, you are really a man in a wig, not really a female impersonator. You have these costumes that you put
Ready to
on
go.
ready
Yeah.
to get on stage and do your 1 2 TikTok gaga that she does every now and then.
That's just where I wanted to start with the body because when I looked at Jan, and no hate, but just it's not fair. It's just not fair. But I looked at Jan from the outfit and I'm like, what the fuck does she have on? What is she doing? She's already off track.
Right? Do they not watch talk shows like The Real, The Talk? None of them dress like this. The View.
No,
They don't wear
none
these
of them
elaborate outfits. They wear women ready to wear outfits.
ready to wear or a suit,
Mm.
business casual. Off top, I don't know what Jan was talking about. I don't know what Ginger was talking about. The only one who made this group entertaining was Pandora, and she the only one that had a conversation that I remembered. Like she talked about ageism, but to me, ageism isn't about your body. It's about people discriminating against you because of your age. But hell, I ain't. I might have the word wrong. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Ginger did talk about her having that like some is a disorder or she needed a surgery for her intestines, and that's why she gained so much weight quickly, like in her childhood. So I guess that was supposed to be the deep moment, but with Ginger, Ginger makes everything funny, so you really couldn't even feel her in that moment because she was making it a skit. Like she made it a comedic thing, so we couldn't even really feel her in that moment.
Isn't that what the judges accused Scarlett of doing? Talking
Um,
about something real, but then putting on an act in the middle of it.
I think the biggest difference is Ginger's actually funny, and then Scarlett is just, hey guys, I'm performing. Here is my shirt. Like you can tell it's not authentic. It feels fake, but Ginger actually had punchlines.
I didn't laugh at anything Ginger said. I couldn't even remember what Ginger was talking about that because it wasn't entertaining. I didn't learn anything. I thought they were by far the worst group. By far.
I agree. I agree that they were the worst, but it was close. That second group and that third group, they were. If it wasn't for Raja, that second group would have been real bad too.
No, let's hurry up and jump into the judging because I have some things to say about how they were judged in the
Mm-hmm.
second group. Real quick, I hardly ever talk about the mirror moments, but that moment between Raja and Akira was so real to me because Raja had such a real moment at her pink table talk, and she had that aha of, hold up, bitch, this gonna be on TV. Is my mama gonna be mad? And I felt those emotions, and I loved how everyone circled around her and was like, you were telling your truth. It's gonna be okay. It's not gonna start any beef. And they kind of got her spirits back up. So I loved the mirror moment between Raja and Akira. What did you think about the mirror moment this week?
Um, I get it, but I feel like after watching the performances right before, it was kind of an overload. because
It was.
we just went there with her in the moment, and then she brought it up with somebody that wasn't there, so it kind of was like a replay of that moment with someone that was not on her team. But
But I felt like it was an aha. Like the moment at the pink table was real. And like she was just getting her words
mhm,
out. In the mirror is when she thought about what she said and was like, I don't want to have any beef with my mom. I hope she doesn't take this the wrong way of what I said. Because I feel like if she was more in her mind and not her feelings at the pink table, she might not have said what she said. Like she might have held her words back, but she was really speaking from the heart in the
yeah,
challenge.
that takes balls. Takes balls to do.
It does. And I also appreciated at the end, Akira looked at Trinity and said, "Girl, you gonna do SpongeBob, huh?"
Yeah, that was funny. Uh, Akira is good outside of the challenges. It's like
She
Akira,
is.
she's funny in the workroom. She's
Hmm.
funny and all like the
In the
behind the
confessionals,
scenes.
yes.
Yes, but when she gets on this in front of the camera, she just not it. I don't know. Mm.
She's just not good at all the acting challenges. I think we ain't about to shade Akira. Let's jump into the runway. This week is the clash of the patterns. Let's
My
pick up Rue real
favorite.
quick. I
This was
love
my
this week too.
favorite.
I love this on Rue. Someone pointed out that this is his promo outfit, like all the way down to the accessories. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I want the earrings. What did you think about Rue this week?
I love that hair, the hair and
I
the
love it.
face. I loved it. The dress,
Everything.
I don't really. The dress I
A
could have
beautiful
taken away.
color.
Yeah, but the hair was everything. I love the hair.
I just want the earrings. We're gonna do our usual chops and tens. Up first is Miss Trinity K.
Tens,
Bonet.
tens, tens.
Um, she definitely gets a 10, but I don't see the clash of the pattern. I just see one badass pattern. Well put together. I love it, but I don't see the clash. But you give her a 10.
I give her tens. Hmm.
Okay. Up next, Eureka. Now
Tens.
this is the pattern clash. This is a mess, but it works. Eureka, you get a 10 from me too. That
You
was amazing.
She
I
looks
love it.
so good.
She
She
looks
looks so good.
snatched. I
Yes.
love that. Up next, who's next? Akira.
Chop.
Um, Akira, I like this, but we see this every season, so you get a half. I like
Well,
the way
she's
you
gonna get off
done.
the stage because I chopped her anyway. So chop.
I like what she did. I just like we've seen this before, and this isn't a clash of patterns. It's a pattern. So I don't know. Up next, Raja. Oh,
Ten.
amazing. Did Raja sew this? Like she needs to manufacture this and sell it. That's amazing. I love that pantsuit. It's
Yeah,
definitely a 10.
I thought it was a 10.
Kylie Sonique is next. This is a 10 for me.
Mm.
Charles,
I
don't do it.
I liked
Don't
it
do it.
without the hat. When she took the hat off, I was like, "Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That is a
ma'am."
badass dress.
That hat is ugly. That hat does
That is a
not.
bad dress. That I
Yes,
love. Ooh,
that
I would wear that.
was it a dress or was it like a snap between the legs?
No,
Onesie.
that was a dress.
Are you sure? It was probably shorts on the bottom. It was a one piece.
Um,
I don't
we're
know.
gonna let her live. Let's see
I,
who's next. Scarlett. Hey, Scarlett Envy.
ten.
The makeup is everything. And I love the story behind her dress. It looks glam, high fashion, Hollywood glam. She definitely gets a 10. Ginger. uh,
I give Ginger a 10. I think this is probably the
uh,
best she's looked so far this season.
And that's what makes it sad because this is her best outfit, but I still don't like it. It looks like something you see on 10 people every Sunday at church.
I give it a 10. Well, I like this and
Okay.
the Mario look she had. So she's had two really good looks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And last, definitely not least, Pandora Box. I thought her body looked amazing. I just don't like the dress.
She sold it for me. I give her a 10. I give her a 10.
Okay.
This might
She
have
sold
been
it
my
for you.
this might have been my favorite runway this season so
It
far.
was a really good runway.
My favorite category so far.
I
Um
liked the category and I liked however I'm missing Jan. I forgot Jan and
Chop.
her hot mess.
Chop. Jan gets a chop.
I think Jan's picture didn't upload.
I don't even you don't have to find it. It's a
I
chop.
wanted to show it so we could see how fucking bad she looked. Oh well, y'all watched the episode. Y'all saw Jan in that hot mess of a purple. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. Cause Jan looked a hot ass mess, and it really pissed me off. Like it's purple, her color, and then not only is she gonna wear all purple, the dress was ugly. I'm telling you, it was so ugly it erased off my phone. Ain't nobody gonna see it this far on my phone anyway. The dress was ugly, but what made it so ugly was the damn chaps. And then she had hearts in her hair, like lavender hair, but dark eggplant color hearts. Anyway, oversight. I promise I thought I uploaded it all. I think StreamYard deleted the picture. But anyway, let's get into the tops and the bottoms because this is the bullshit of the week.
So who would you
So,
have? Give me yours. Give me your top two and your bottom two of the week.
well, clearly, sex, the group sex would have won, hands
Mm-hmm.
down. And from that group should have been the winner. I probably would have gave it. Hell, everyone in that group did a really good job.
You think the top two people were from that group?
Yes,
Okay.
everyone who did good was in that group. Everyone who gave me everything I expect from a peak table talk was in that group.
So which two are you picking?
I probably would have picked Eureka and Trinity.
Me too. That's my top 2. Mm-hmm.
Eureka and Trinity would have been on the top. On the bottom would have been Jan and Kylie. Scarlett wouldn't have even been in my bottom two.
I think the bottom. Mm, that's a good one, but I do think they picked the correct bottom three. I think the bottom three was correct. Do I think Scarlett deserved to be there? Hmm.
No,
Okay, so it's either Scarlett or Kylie in the bottom. My argument would have been, if I was Marcel Visage, my argument would have been Kylie has been better so far this season than Scarlett. So Scarlett needs to be in the bottom over Kylie. I think Kylie has looked better.
no.
Kylie has performed better. Um, yeah.
I don't agree with all that. I think Kylie and Scarlett are level playing field. But let's just get into my notes because I said how did Ginger win the challenge, but sex was the best group of the week? I said not only was Ginger in the worst group of the week, she wasn't even the best person in that group. So
You
how
don't
did
think?
she
I
win the
think so.
challenge? I would have
I
gave it to
think
Pandora over Ginger. I remember Pandora's points, and Pandora was funny and entertaining. I don't know one thing Ginger said that whole time.
mm,
Not one.
I think they wanted to give it to a moderator. I think with them choosing a winner, I think they were going to give it to a moderator regardless.
Excuse
Bless you.
me.
I think the wrong person did win. I do want to say that.
Then
I
Eureka
think
should have won. Eureka was
exactly.
way better than Ginger.
My winner for this week would have been Eureka.
Let me tell you my conspiracy.
What is your conspiracy?
You know, every year someone's in RuPaul's ear talking about, oh, you don't have enough black winter all stars. So that's when we got that fucking tie with
Monet Exchange.
Monet and Trinity the Tuck. And that was some bullshit. But we ain't going back there. But you know, people always in Rue's ears. Oh, you gotta have a black queen on the own. But I do think last year's queen was the winner. I feel like now RuPaul is like, we gotta have a big girl queen. We never had a big girl queen. And I feel like Eureka is gonna be the winner this season. And Ru said, let me get Ginger 30K right now because Ginger, you probably going home. Boo. Because Ginger has been trash this season. She hasn't done anything too amazing. Really. She's been in the bottom twice, right?
No,
No, just once.
Ginger's been safe all season. Ginger hasn't been in the
She was in
bottom.
the bottom once because remember her whole group was in the bottom. So you was in the bottom, girl.
No,
Remember?
no, Ginger hasn't
She
been
was
in
in the
the
bottom with
bottom.
Jan. She was in the Jan. She was in the bottom. It was Jan, Ginger,
Akira.
Akira, and Silky. You was in the bottom, girl, just like Jan had to be down
But they
there.
said Ginger was the best one in that group, so she
But
wasn't in
she
the
was in the
bottom.
bottom. She
No,
was in that whole group was in the bottom. All them lipsticks was on the
because
table. She was in the
they
bottom.
said if they were judged individually, she would have been safe or even in the top. But
Whatever. She
I
her ass
I,
was in
I
the
think
bottom.
because okay, Ginger obviously was my preseason winner pick because I think out of all the girls there on paper, I think she would be the best representation because of her talent. Now, I feel like if Ginger would have had better outfits this season, it would feel different. But because all of her outfits have been ugly, it has been a feeling of girl, you're not ready. It's a feeling of taste level. You know what I mean? Like she has talent, but her taste level is up for discussion.
Charles, I'm gonna let you live. But I'm telling you, my conspiracy is right. It's a big girl time, and Ginger is not the big girl. Ruth said, "Let me give you 30K real quick, cause you
Well
just not
then,
gonna
well
get the
then she would
100
have
at
picked
the end."
Eureka to win if she wanted Eureka to win in the end.
No, she wanted Ginger to get a little bit of coins, cause it doesn't make sense that Ginger is the winner when you have Trinity, Akira, and Eureka in the best group standing right there on the stage. I would have been pissed if I was those three. Pissed.
Yeah, and it's arguably Trinity's second time being robbed in a row because Trinity
Yes.
should have won at Beyonce, and
Yes.
Trinity was like second best in this challenge. So
Okay, Trinity should have got some of her money back, but no, you put it all in Ginger pocket. I call BS on that. But let's get to who is really in the bottom: Kylie, Scarlett, and Jan. The critique that Kylie got was she was just overshadowed. She wasn't talkative. She didn't control the conversation. Soft spoken, all of that stuff. I agree. I watched the challenge twice because I want to go back and see what Scarlett was doing that the judges was like she was going in and out of character. All she did one time was like, in this, she played with her face one time. That made RuPaul cringe. Like I listened to Scarlett tell that story about her two moms twice, and it was not cringeworthy at all. I
I feel
feel
like I
like
know what they're talking about though. There is a thing that people do, and maybe you can understand this. When you first started going live or first started recording yourself talking, there was a thing of what's up you guys da 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 or whatever that people give on camera.
mhm,
That is not authentic. That is a trying to convey
energy,
emotion,
excitement.
energy,
Yeah.
right? And that's what she was giving throughout her when she was talking about her moms and things, her two moms. She wasn't really settled in the story. Like she didn't tell the story in her talking voice. She was giving it to us like, oh, my mom's and they, oh my gosh, and they're gonna get married
No,
next
I
week.
didn't see
Uh,
it. The
yes.
To me, everyone did that. Like, who did it the worst was Jan. Like, Jan spoke
Oh
in her
yeah,
Janisms the
Jan is a
entire
bad
time.
example. She's horrible.
But I saw everyone do that. Like even when Raja, when she was in her emotions, when she came out of it, she went back into that Raja character, like because she felt like
Mhm.
I'm getting too deep.
She
All
did.
of
She
them did it.
did. But when she was giving it to you, when she was really telling the story, you could hear her boy voice. She was talking just regular
But is
self.
that? But that's what I'm saying. They didn't highlight what they wanted from the challenge because if that's what you wanted everyone to give you real, deep, outside of the challenge, outside of your drag emotions.
Persona, yeah.
Yeah, that should have been stated because I feel like almost 50% of them did that. All of them got real and then went back into something. Who did it the best was the sex group. They went real, but what they did in that sex group is they told their real stories, but they stayed in their drag personas the entire time. So they didn't have to flip in and out of character. So that's
Well, I don't know if I agree with you there because Trinity did what Raja did. When Trinity started talking about her HIV and all that stuff,
hmm
she gave you boy voice. It was straight like this is a serious moment and this is not to be joked around with type deal. And that kind of went on for a little moment. Um,
But that's what I'm saying. Why are you gonna only pinpoint it on Scarlett and be like, oh, well, when Scarlett did it, it was
but
cringe worthy.
Scarlett didn't give me levels. Like you said, Scarlett gave me a Jan moment. Scarlett was giving me this and then my mom's and oh my god, they're getting like married. Like okay.
I don't know. I wasn't bothered by Scarlett. Matter of fact, I guess because I wasn't bothered by her group. Like I thought they did second best, and I thought that body group was worse by far. Like all three of them should have been in the bottom. I don't think Ginger should have won. Like Ginger shouldn't even been safe. Her group should have been in the bottom. But
But
let's
see,
move on.
Even Ginger did it. When Ginger was getting serious, she dropped down into her boy voice. And you know, I just watched it like 2 hours ago, so it's like fresh on my brain.
I'm telling you, I can't even remember what Ginger was talking about. I don't even know what Jan said about her body. It was so boring. So we get to Jan, who is already dressed wrong for the assignment. Then you can't remember any of her talking points. And then her runway is complete trash. Like the worst runway, period, this week. This week.
I agree.
And we're getting it back. Everyone's deliberating. Everyone is fighting for it. Kylie is fighting for it. She's like, bitch, if I gotta get loud, I'll be loud. That's what you want me to do. You want me to be country and loud? Okay. Scarlett is giving true facts. Jan got the worst critiques, which I felt like Jan did get the worst critiques. But Jan gets into Ginger's ears like, I didn't get the worst critiques. Ruth said that it was
Scarlet.
cringeworthy. And
Mm-hmm.
I felt like, nah, boo, that wasn't worth it. And so now let's just get to the lip sync, then we'll get to who went home. So it's time for the assassin to come out. And this is the first person we see. Fucking Bianca Del Rio.
The
And
icon, the legend.
I
Yes.
love Bianca Del Rio. But I was with Akira, like, unless she getting ready to tell some jokes, what song is she about to assassinate? I wanted to actually see it. I think I think Bianca could lip sync. We never seen it, and I felt like she should have just got out there and did it. That was
Mm,
a comedic
I
song.
I like the skit that they gave us. I like how
It
it went.
was.
I like
I
how
do
it went.
too. You just happy to see Bianca there. So
Yes.
let's
Yes.
get to the assassin of the week, Mayhem Miller. Ugh, I'm back to that season she was on Stars where they call her Mayhem Miller. Like it was
Why do why do
Met.
they keep inviting her back? Like
I think Rue loves Mayhem.
clearly, clearly, because she was not an all star to even come back for All Stars 5, and she should not be no lip sync assassin because I don't remember her slaughtering anybody in a lip sync.
Anybody, but that's here nor there. They're doing a Lizzo song called Telephone. It's definitely a comedy song. It's barely a bop. You just really like, where's my phone? I can't even remember how it goes. It's not. one of the Lizzo songs I listen to. But this is pretty much all we got. A lot of faces
Crazy face,
looking for your
yeah.
phone, a lot of body ticks looking for our
Now,
phone.
oh my God, I just thought of something. You know
We got a
what? Who?
good duck walk in there.
No, that was not good.
And
You
then
know
Ginger gave us a
who
good duck
would
walk.
have been a good person for this?
Who? Oh, I already know. I already know. I just
Uh,
said her name.
if it was Alaska that came back for this lip sync against Ginger, how
She would have
animated
lost.
Alaska is, that would have been, oh my God, everybody would have been tweeting about that. That would have been so good.
Alaska would have been great at that because she's good at those comedy lip syncs. But I was thinking Monet Exchange does the faces too.
Well, didn't she already lip sync? Oh,
Last
that was
season,
last season. We don't need to bring her
I like Monet, but I agree. Now, when you said Alaska, Alaska would have washed Ginger in this because
Cause
she's
that's
just
Alaska's
hilarious.
brand. That's her. That's what she
Yes,
does when she lip sync.
but I felt like Mayhem was not trying. I said Mayhem is throwing this
No,
because
she was doing her best. She was doing
that
her
was
best.
awful. That was awful.
Mayhem did her
So of
best.
course, Ginger wins the $30,000, which she needs to peel Trinity off 10 and keep the other 20.
She gave
But
away 5,000.
which is trash. What she should have did is gave away 5,000 and then sent Jan on her way. Would Jan need 5,000, 2,500 and she's still in the competition? That was her favor right there.
I think, and I said this pre-season. Ginger is a great lip singer. So even when it came to it, I knew Ginger was going to give faces, give comedy, because that's what she did on her original season. She
Yeah,
won.
but
She won a couple lip syncs on her original season.
okay, I don't remember that far back. But anyway, um, congratulations. I felt like she needs to peel a couple of people off some money because Trinity was robbed of her 10K.
At most, I would have gave them $500
I wouldn't have
each.
gave their ass shit. We ain't about to start no precedent of
Everybody giving up
divvying up
money,
tips. No, no,
right?
no. I wouldn't have started nothing. She pulls out Scarlett's lipstick, and Scarlett goes home. I'm really pissed about that because I just felt like Scarlett this week was not the worst. I feel like Rue gave Scarlett very harsh critiques so they can take that back. What happened to the tops and the bottoms being on the stage? That way the winner can hear all the critiques.
Hmm. I haven't even noticed that. I don't. To be honest, I don't notice when they be like, "Y'all go out, y'all come in." I just listen to them talk to whoever's on stage at that moment.
Well, what else do we have to say?
But to be honest, I
Let's see.
understand why she kept Jan. If she's going by report card, Jan has the best report card of the three.
Jen's been in the
Jan
bottom twice,
Jan just won last week.
and she
Was it
should not
last
have.
week? Was it last week? I think so.
Yeah,
Last week.
and she should not
So
have.
it's fresh on their mind that, oh, Jan just won, so she not gone. Now I would have sent Jan home 3 weeks ago. Like she would have been gone.
Okay,
But
Jen would have been gone, but it's just real shady. I felt like Scarlett has been pulling these runways. I felt like Ginger got rid of competition.
I don't think Scarlett would have ever won the season. But
No,
I do agree that she had good looks. Yeah,
I
she
just
was
don't feel
giving
like
us.
it wasn't her
Go
time to
ahead.
go.
She was giving us blackfishing, but she was
Oh,
definitely
there
she
you go.
definitely she definitely had some good looks. She looked kind of Puerto Rican every now and
Oh my
then.
god. Well, there you go. And next week still is in Snatch Game, so
Mhm.
I don't
So
know
who do
what they
you
wait for.
So looking at who we have left, when are they going to do this comeback thing or whatever?
Right.
The
When are we
game
gonna
within the
learn
game.
what is the game within the game? Because it's getting
Because
down there.
Serena Cha Cha is still waiting because she was told she was in it too.
Serena should just go home. She wasting her time. You not getting back in the game, girl.
What if she is the one that comes back?
You
Gag.
really think she's coming back over Yara, Silky, hell, even Scarlett?
Who knows? We haven't seen what she brought. We literally saw her wear one outfit.
And
So
that was
wait
enough.
up. She might come through with her finale look or something
Serena got a lot of good
and
press,
gag the
and free
girls.
promotion. We know she sell wigs. I did not know that. So, girl, you got your money's due. If I was Serena, I would not unpack that bag one more time. I'd be like, it's all right. I ain't getting back in.
Mm,
I done drunk a whole thing of Moscato.
well, that's
Anything
that.
else you want to add? Because I feel like that's it for this week. I mean, I don't know what Rue gonna pull out his bag next week. He's sending it's some strange judging going on.
I feel like the clear person to go home next is Akiria. Sadly,
When is it gonna be clear for Jen to take her ass home?
right after that, it'll be either Jan or it'll be Carol Channing.
Pandora could pack her stuff too.
How has I'm gagged by that. How has Pandora, as bad as she has looked on that runway, been able to coast her way through the whole season? Because she hasn't
Pandora
been
hasn't
doing,
been bad,
but she hasn't been doing good either. She has
but
just
she hasn't
been.
been the worst. That's how. You just don't have to be in that bottom two or three.
I guess that's Ginger, but Ginger just got a win, so I guess Ginger got an upper leg on that, on her.
Well, who all is left now that we're thinking about it?
All the
Yeah, I
black
guess it's
girls. Well,
Akira.
no, that's a lie.
No, because
Silky
Silky
left.
gone. I guess it's time for Akira, Pandora, or Jan to go.
Yeah, those are the
Um,
next three. Or Kylie. Kylie too. So those four can get the boot. Them four are the girls to go.
Next week it looks like it's Raj's turn to go. It
No
looks like
way. No ma'am.
the
Oh, from the
preview
preview.
from the
The preview.
preview.
The preview she was messy boots. But that
We never
no,
know.
but who's gonna pull her lipstick? I don't see nobody pulling her lipstick to send her home. Rue probably would send her ass packing, but I don't think the other girls would because she's been doing so good, so good.
She has been doing so good, but
She's probably going to be in the bottom with Jan, and then Jan ass is going home.
I hope so. Somebody sent her home. And this is no hate to Jan. I just feel like she shouldn't be there. And I don't like the rigging of the judging. It just takes away from the show. I don't know. But any last remarks, Charles? I don't have anything else to give because then I feel like I'll just turn into a Jan hater, and I don't want to do
This season has been pretty,
that.
quite. It's been quite
Quite.
lackluster
No,
for
I have been
me.
highly entertained.
For week, is this 5 or 6? 5 for
Five.
this to be the best runway so far this late. I feel like that's too late. Like
But the
we should.
challenges have been good. Like the challenges have been good challenges. Like I will give you week one and week two. That was a snooze. But once we got into those other
No,
challenges, I've been entertained.
even that Super Bowl was a snooze. I was looking through my phone through the Super Bowl thing last week, waiting on Trinity to come out.
That's pretty much it. That was pretty much it.
Hmm,
Well, we should see
that's
what happened. I don't know. They need to open it up to America. Let us vote.
I don't agree with that because I think Jan got a lot of fans, so we would be real disappointed then.
Yeah, we would. We
You about to
would.
do Big Brother next?
Oh yeah, I have Big Brother at 8 o'clock.
I might stay with you if you want me to. I ain't.
You not doing nothing else?
It's late here though, but no, I'm not doing
But
nothing.
it's Friday. You going to
I
a
might need to
party?
I might need to grab me some water because I turn my air off to do these videos.
So I'm about to go grab me some more Moscato.
Okay, so let's cut it off now and come back in 5 minutes.
Okay, we have to say our goodbyes. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate it. We will be back next week for All Star 6. Hopefully,
Episode
Jan will
6.
go home.
Make sure y'all comment, share, and subscribe. Please support Angie at Kiss My Cheeks TV. She works really hard for you guys, and she's just so genuine and so fun. So
Thank
support,
you,
support, support
Charles.
her.
And support Charles too. Just Google Charles Warren. All of his stuff will come up.
Yeah. Bye, y'all.
Bye.